Okay, so this is the Leonardo Arms building. That was built to hold back the sea. This was an area where the sand was like 200 feet out away from this, and the sand is eroded to the point where they had to build this seawall. Now, that seawall, um, if you look on the other side of it, it's been undermined, and a lot of the sand is gone. It's probably a lot more been shifted under the building. Um, Helene was hitting our our beach so hard that there was water going all the way across the island and rolling into the bay. So what this video is we're taking you down the beach to show you the missing sand. There is a lot of missing sand. So a lot of the sand is up on Estero Boulevard right now, and it looks like they're putting it back. However, a lot of that sand went into places where they can't recover it. Remember, it flowed all the way across to the bay, so it's all over the place, and there is a lot of sand missing. And I'm not sitting here being a whistleblower or anything like that. Nothing like that at all. I'm strictly showing you what we discovered when we were filming some of the hurricane damage. So there's so much of this of the beach sand that's just gone. So as you get up to some of these properties, they used to have seawalls, and the seawalls were covered up over time by the sand, and a lot of them you didn't see seawalls at all. So like right here on both sides of this wall here, this is gosh, I can't remember what the name of this. I think it was called the Sandpiper. So that seawall is still in place, but it was covered up by the sand. You couldn't tell that it was there. This seawall, same thing. You could see little pieces of it, but you couldn't see it like you see now. Now look at this as you go down the beach. The beach is eroded to the point where the seawalls are exposed. This doesn't look so bad, okay? But wait till you get a little further down. Look at this seawall here. This has got, it's been undermined, not undermined, but basically a lot of the sand is missing. So the sand was literally, this storm came in, and the dirty side of the storm started pushing the water so hard between, now look at this. Look at this. You didn't see those rocks. You haven't seen those rocks. Now we saw those rocks for a minute right after Ian, and they covered it back up. But all that sand is out on Estero Boulevard. See that pool got full? This wall here, same thing. Covered up. You didn't know it was there. Same thing with this wall. Look at the wall on both sides. They've been, the sand is missing on both sides for like a foot down and 10 feet out. Look at this all the way down, down the beach. So this is just giving you an example of how much sand we have lost in this hurricane with the way that this storm came at us. I underestimated this storm. Look at this. Look at that. Both sides of this is gone. Wait till you see the next one. This is Newton Park. Look at that. The water, that wall was completely covered up. You didn't know that wall was there. We did the Strand View right next door. Both sides of that wall are uncovered. We did the Strand View here, and all of that was there. We didn't know that little court was there. Destroyed the fence too. So this is where that 7-story building was, and we just, as a company, this is Remove It Pro's Demolition that's bringing this to you. So look at these walls all the way down the beach. They're exposed. It's hard to show you how much sand is missing because we don't have video of. Actually, we do have video of it. You can look at one of our other videos and compare it to this and see how much is gone. It's hard to see the volume of the sand that's gone without looking at maybe one of my other videos. A lot of this sand ended up on Estero Boulevard. Now, they're putting it back, okay? See, they're coming out here and they're smoothing it out and they're dumping it right back on the beach. That seawall right there, you couldn't see that seawall either, and it was covered up. Look at it now on both sides of that. It's been the sand has been displaced. So these guys, they're putting the sand right back on the beach. Thank God. I'm glad there's no rules that say we can't do that. The volume of sand that was on the beach and all these little sand bars that were at every low area and every low lot. When I was out in my truck looking around right before the worst part of this storm came in, I started across Estero Boulevard heading down towards, I was going to go down to the downtown area, and I got only down to where the sandpiper is. So look at the mess that's left here. Look at that seawall. That seawall's been, I don't know that seawall probably was exposed. That's Margaritaville. So look at all the sandbags that were pushed away. I don't know where those sandbags were. And I know the pool had water going in it. This is one of the operations where they're loading those trucks and then bringing the sand down and putting it back on the beach. These guys right here, they're cleaning all the sand away from the, this is Margaritaville. They're just cleaning it up and getting it away from the building. Now I was down there, there was water up against that building, running up against that building. Look at how much of a sand pile they got right here that they're pulling from. That is one of our brand new parking areas, which it makes me so sad with us using this big equipment on these nice new surfaces. It's hard. So look at this down here. Look at this. This has gotten undermined a little bit more. So this is where the old Dairy Queen was, and I can't think of the other name of that. Now this, I don't know if this was caused by this storm or if this was like this leftover from Ian. I'm not sure on that one. That's the Edison. Used to stay there when I first started coming to Fort Myers Beach. The amount of sand that's up into Lynn Hall Park is unbelievable. So this right here, this is where the beach renourishment was going on, and it looks like it stayed in place. You see how far out the sand is? So all of these boxes, all this equipment, this is all stuff that hopefully they didn't leave that down there and it didn't get swamped. So all of these pipes and stuff, they have a dredging machine that's what, a mile or a mile and a half offshore, and they're dredging and sucking the sand in and bringing it back and making our beach wide again. And they have got this far so far from Bowditch, which is pretty good. It's probably about a mile. So a lot of these buildings are still not occupied. Now here you go. Look at the sand that's on the beach, and that is nothing compared to what was on the beach. They have been working diligently, and by the way, they are doing an excellent job. Wait till you see right in front of Margaritaville and on down maybe about a mile. That cleaned it up. That Jeep that just ran through all that water, that's my Jeep. I did see that footage, and you can see there was a river flowing across an ocean flowing across the entire Fort Myers Beach. And that is at the other end of the beach where the elevation is higher. So you could see all the sand that's on the street there. I missed commenting on it before. They're cleaning it up very, 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 very good. So the reason that they're cleaning it up is every time it rains, that stuff gets into our storm drains, and then they got to vacuum it out. It creates a lot of extra work. So if they do this quickly, you can actually see the road here. You couldn't see any of the road right after this happened. So now I'm heading back up there. It just rained like holy crazy, you know what, and there's a little bit less traffic. There's a lot of traffic on the beach right now because they have these little groups of machines working on getting the sand cleaned up. So if you don't need to come down here, you're not coming down to Fort Myers Beach to spend money right now, it's probably not a good idea to come down here. You're going to be sitting in traffic quite a bit. If you're going to go the whole length of the island, you're going to sit in traffic for over an hour 20 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 20 minutes here. It takes a while. This is Dave Lockwood with Remove It Pros Demolition. If you need demolition work done, we do selective demolition. We bring all the tools we need, a dump trailer. I bring some guys. They do this every day. They're really good at taking stuff out and not messing other stuff up. And we're fast. We'll get in, get out, reasonably priced. We also take down buildings, and that's basically what we have our YouTube channel for, is we're generating business with it. So if you have need of demolition and you want to give us a chance, we would love an opportunity to bid on your job. 239-333-7678. 239-333-7678. Our website's www.removeitpros.com. Thanks for watching our video. We have a bunch of them out on this storm, and I was out in it quite a bit. My home almost flooded. Part of this is edutainment, part of this is a documentary setup, and part of it's us advertising. Obviously we're looking for more business. So Remove It Pros Demolition, and we'll see you on the next video.